What's going on, everybody? We are back. I told you we'll be here every 2 weeks at 4-ish Eastern Time. Today we have Tarot Vibrations with us. If you're not familiar, she and I go live on Instagram every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. To the left of me.
What's up, y'all? It's D.IRIE.
Hey, Keisha from Tarot Vibrations.
Yes. All right, y'all. And she's gonna actually do a general reading for the collective. If anybody has any questions, I guess tap on in. And we're gonna get started.
Okay.
Gonna tell us what this retrograde doing to us?
Let's see what's happening in the collective. Oh yeah, it's been a lot going on. A lot of intense energies. A lot of, I want to say, as I brought up last week, the stellar connections with the solar system, exchange of power. This dealing from small to large power, from entertainment. It's important for the celebrities that have a lot of followers and just a heavy support system to take more of a leadership role. These people that are in position, a lot of people look up to them. So right now, as you are watching the television, listening to the radio, you are hearing a lot of things happen right now. It is meant to happen. It's important. A lot of people, let's talk about the underdog. A lot of people that put a lot of time, energy, effort into transitioning around this important time, dealing with the transitional shifts that's been occurring on this universe. It's important to understand that time is now. This deals with the inner work. This deals with you understanding your roots, understanding the power that you carry, and how our perspective play a major role in how we manifest things in our life. And to trust your intuition. Without me laying the cards, I can automatically tell this really deal with people trusting their intuition, trusting in their belief systems, not the old traditional things that you've been conditioned to learn, but more so things within yourself that is written on your heart. The answers are here. Pay attention to signs that you are around, things that you buy, things that you are attracted to. These are reminders for you to understand that the message is trying to really reach you. Some messages may come more extreme. You may have visions. You may prophesy certain things as far as predicting outcomes. Trust your intuition. And I just want to say, let the light shine. Lead by example. This is a moral test. Integrity. And don't get swept in material things. So be mindful of how you treat people. Just moving forward before I lay the cards, that's probably gonna go along with this spread, but this is an important time also that when you put your energy into negative, let me start with this. If you put your energy towards something negative, and you are telling yourself it's for the right intention, it's still negative. You have to understand the natural law. So if you give to someone, make sure you understand you are giving from the heart. If someone wants you to do something and it's between something as someone may ask you, and this may come up in a lot of people's life, and this may be people you love, to make a moral decision. And it's important to understand that even if you feel that it's wrong, but you do it, you are held accountable, even if it was for the right intention. So a lot of people got swept off their path, still are, because they don't understand the moral concept of clearly having the right intention. So be mindful as we move along this energy, because it's being shown people true colors every day, and also our own. Certain people we hang around, that is our reflection. So if you are hanging around a lot of toxic people, you are around them for a reason, even if it's to look and see what you don't want to be. So it's important to understand why you need to surround yourself around like-minded people. It helps with the energy, because we need constant reminders of who we are all day. We need positive light. So as this change occur, as many already have, I think it's going to be something just a little bit more astronomical with the positions that's about to stand in power. And it may be people that you know. So believe in people's dreams. And I want to say, make sure you understand true belief in people's dreams, or believing in them. Because it's going to be a lot of truth of who people are, the stigma on their name through family dynamics. A lot of people have already had their rebirths, been free to take certain roles of leadership. And majority of these people may be considered the black sheep in a family. They had a life force, and this would have occurred previously. This energy was with you ever since you was a child. So a lot of people in the collective, their gifts are really shining. And it deals with the truth. This is an important time with everyone, the whole collective, about understanding the truth. And with the truth, it sets you free. We have the 9 of Swords, because a lot of people been in their head, could be having real intense dreams, vision of past life, and trying to understand who they are. And this is coming up for a reason, because it's trying to show you the connection between you and the universe and how you walk this earth. So when I say the messages are already around us, they are. It's up to us to look and also work on ourselves. We cannot evolve if we do not start with ourselves first. So right now, that's exactly what's happening. First, we got to get to the truth. No matter how it wake us up, it will come through a pandemic. It will come through different dismantlement of your family, dismantling different systems, things that you believed in. It would show up in all kind of ways to have you wake up. And this is constant evolving. A lot of action has also been taking place in people relationships. They may have found out, people that they were with don't have the same passion as they do. They may have noticed this in the past. Okay, you could have been losing sleep. You could have been fighting the truth, but it's reasons for shakeups. It's reasons for you to take action on things. The universe is always working for you. So what we pray for, that's exactly what the universe is delivering, but it cannot work off of scare energy. It cannot work out of fear. Fear is the main component that stop us from reaching our dreams. So people that don't work out of fear, they tend to have a lot of people come towards them that try to make them turn away from their dreams, because they believe in magic. They believe in things that matter to them. So you have to understand, when things are getting cut out your life, people, if they were not believing in you, they're not meant to be a part of what you are trying to co-create. So don't feel bad about who you are. It's important to, if someone, a friend, family, I don't care how crazy it might sound, open your mind and give them more positive feedback so they continue to dream. And we have people in power right now, and that's why they are in different positions, to show you that you can reach things that you want to co-create. That's why they call stars. We all are stars. We all have the light, the gift, the intuition. And it's a reason why only so many are chosen, because it just deals with your belief system. And also your DNA. Certain favors. So I already felt last week it was a very major completion. And it was. So right now, we got the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance. I brought this up in last Wednesday collective read, and we are really receiving healing within our soul. You cannot evolve if you do not connect your mind, body, and soul. It's so very important to understand that. Anyone that was feeling stuck in a relationship, this can be romantic, non-romantic, this can be even people waiting on some kind of change as far as the financial gain. You get what you put into. Whatever you know the saying. Did I say that right? Or okay.
You get out what you put into it.
So you have to understand, if you know that you did not put energy or the pot, that goes back to what I was saying about making sure your intention, you have to understand the way to the light. It's no hiding, it's no fooling. So you just have to understand that it's no manipulating the energy. God knows what your heart true intentions is. So if you've been awakened and you had an agreement with God to make sure to make the necessary effort, do the necessary work on whatever your dream and vision was given to you, and you did not hold to that, then you know the truth to that. It's no need of beating yourself up. It's no need of being upset. It's a need to continue. Don't give up. It comes back around. But now that you are aware that this is really an important time here on earth, we got to make the necessary steps together as a collective. And I want to say that because what people read is I've been seeing some people opportunities coming, and others it have not been coming in a way that they've been trying to manifest. But on this path, it's no shortcuts. It's truly up to all authority, which is God, no matter who he have working in position. So I say that to the light workers that's out here doing all this light work, you have to also do it for yourself. You don't want to miss your opportunity or your blessings because we are so focused on giving our all. You got to pay attention to your signs too. You have to understand that. And you will get so caught up in this where you will miss a lot of things because it still get down to just the main purpose of everything, knowing ourselves. So we have to always go back and live with ourselves. And if you are trying to escape living with yourself, it's not gonna work. It's just not. It's not. The dream is not gonna become the reality. And I don't care what dream this is. You can ask anyone that dream manifested. Okay, if you're coming on the right side. Okay, let's be clear. Now you cut the left palm and go the left route, but if you coming on the right side, it's no hiding, and you have to stand in truth. Truth means not saying you crush everybody. That means even if it's something negative that you doing, that means still standing truth about it. Don't hide it. God is about truth. Don't get it twisted about these traditional ways. That means no matter what you are doing, stand in truth. Like the saying go. If you gonna be a hoe, be the best hoe.
Jesus.
Okay? But if you stand true to what you do, that's how you can see how certain people's lives change. And they may say, I used to be this, a stripper. I used to do this, but now I'm that. Because you have to understand, being true to who you are is the most important thing. And people think if they don't be true, if it's something sinful, they rather hide instead of just saying, God, I know I'm a hoe. Can you please take this hoe out of me?
Baby,
straight up.
I'm dead.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
I used to strip, okay, a long time ago in my 20s. You know what? I was the most humblest stripper there was. You know what? And I'm gonna tell you this because guess what? I like the money, but I like the entertainment. I like the dance. I still dance right now. And I had liked the attention, but I didn't like the part that I was new. And I prayed to God, like, look, I like all the other things, but I don't like that this going against me. My friend was doing it, and after that, I got right out of the situation. It's like it's really up to you to believe. God know what you doing. It's no hiding. See everything, so it's you lying to yourself. He know if you smoking weed and you don't supposed to, or you telling yourself what. God care about things that take your morals away, things that set you on a path of destruction. So the people that care about me in my life, they still around during my journey. But the ones that was mistreating me, of course they got cut out. There was no way I could keep evolving if I had that energy. So it's just about truth. We have to stand in truth. And the reason I brought that up about whatever you do, because people got it really twisted about before you stand in truth, you have to be doing it or something. You have to understand what standing in truth meaning right then and there. It's not a perfect time to stand in truth. That means all day. All day. People want to pick a time. You can't. You got to really just do it all day. If you don't feel like doing, look, I really don't feel like it. You know, you just got, because guess what? You do it and you don't feel like it. Now you feeling bad because you know why? You didn't tell the truth. I don't care if you're doing 100 things for the church. And if the church keep calling you and you tired, okay, but you doing it just because either the food ain't gonna turn out right. It's gonna be something because you not standing in your truth that you ain't feel like it. But we feel bad for that type of stuff. We don't know how to stand in no damn truth. Because it hurts too. Somebody tell you the truth that they don't want to go help you with something. It may piss you off, but then you respect the person. Well, she told me at least she didn't lie, said she was coming and didn't come.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
rather for somebody just to be truthful. And that's what the whole collective is learning about in marriages, in every relationship. We got to know how to just love one another without attaching all our emotions. If someone say no, it's like that cause a friction in a relationship. It's just truth time. But this is what it was all about. This is our realms, our frameworks. It's just working on an individual basis because we all connected to the whole. So it's going to be different in everybody's life, but we share all one thing in common. We all want love. I don't care. Ain't nobody 100% just dark. Okay? We all share one common thing. Love.
All right, y'all. We're going to take a small break and we will be back. Well, that was a phenomenal outro on that song, huh?
Yes.
It seems like everything is speaking a word. Anyhow, we're going to get back to this phenomenal reading or preaching.
Yes, I'm
Nice little sermon going
just
on.
going with the spirit.
Yeah.
Right, I feel like I'm preaching, looking at the cards.
And I know she's
You
talking to
are.
somebody more than me, so listen.
Okay, we got the Judgment, the Magician, Ada, Swords, and the Moon. Now, the last quarter moon, that was actually last weekend. And I'm glad this kind of came up. Because it's right on schedule with everything I just discussed. Judgment. That's why I went into if you know you wasn't making the effort and all that kind of thing. But it's important to understand that you are still co-creating as you wake up every day. As I said, the energy comes back around. It's a test. It's like as soon as you think you didn't make it or it didn't work out the way you wanted it to, people give up instead of continuing on. It was a lot of people trying to block certain people that needed to move forward, catapult them through this energy that took place with the rebirths, the different smaller manifestations that are occurring with this energy to continue to go with the wind and change. But a lot of people got stuck. We have the Eight of Swords. And I want to say, if last weekend you was in the midst of a decision or you felt an energy of telling you to sit down and you disregarded that energy, or someone came over or they was blocking a damn door, and this could have been a toxic person, and you need to learn from that experience because it's going to come back around. Then we got the Sun and the King of Wands. It was a very intense energy that came last week. I think I brought that up in a collective reading that Wednesday. And I knew it was a major transition that was going to occur within the people that been feeling this energy for some it could have been over 5 energies of different involving. Understand that your emotions is letting you know. So if something come up or you supposed to be somewhere, trust your intuition and be there. If someone come in to distract you, you have to have the power to tell them, I can't do it right now. Put it to the side. Because it's important to understand that opportunities are coming in, but people are taking other routes. And it could be due to self-sabotage. Mental conflict in the mind of your lower self trying to convince your higher self that it's not true or it's not going to happen. This is a battle within the mind. And that's why it's important to stand in our truth and to understand that it's nothing to be confused about when your intuition is alerting you. And I feel a lot of relationships was blocking the doors for a lot of people because we make choices when we least understand. So people that were feeling stuck, no matter what it is, in their life general, feeling stuck, feeling like you in a cage, looking for freedom, a peaceful feeling. This energy is still around. But in order for you to find it, you gotta go within. Some people want to get away so bad that they think they trying to get away from the people surrounding them, but really you trying to get away from the mental conditioning. Mm-hmm. That's why it's in a collective, a lot of intense energy where people want to leave, travel, go. It's like the force. This is happening in a collective, not just with one person. All of us is feeling this in different ways. So when you feel like you just want to get away from your family, it's you knowing that it's coming to some kind of breaking point. That's you trying to get away from yourself. Mm-hmm. So you have to understand the mind games that we've been conditioned to. And that's the real freedom people is seeking. It's to break free from their self to reach a higher power and be connected. So that's why I say you can't run. It's nowhere to run. You go wherever you want to move right now and see how that sit with you. You're going to be there sitting in that same energy. So you got to understand it's nowhere to hide. The time is now. And I seen something that somebody posted the other day, and it resonated so well with me. And I said, maybe I shouldn't be letting this resonate well. But Spirit like, no, you know why it's resonating well. It said, evolve or die.
Mm-hmm. Straight to the point.
And that's exactly what this reading is about. And that's why it resonated, because a long time I've been feeling and saying that. This is a different age. You have to evolve. That's why I came through with that energy. You got to remember, this is a very low vibrational universe. We have to evolve. That's what it get to. So that's what we doing.
You got any questions?
I'm letting it sit with me.
Yes, I had to let it sit with me, like on some real.
Sheesh.
And that's why we seeing a lot of things, and we wondering like more. You can tell that the veil is very thin now. A lot of things have been shown. It's like, what do people need to really see to wake up? If you don't want to keep repeating the same cycles, you got to change your perspective.
I'm in agreement. I know some people personally that this would really do well for, whether they would be willing to receive it or not.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people that was for. A lot. I know it's a collective, but like,
Because that's where a lot of people's minds are at.
Especially when she hit with the traveling. Everybody traveling. Everybody want to go.
Yeah, that's true.
But you still gonna be there with yourself.
That's what I'm getting to.
It don't
matter
gonna be there.
what you spend by, none of that.
Yeah, you still gonna be.
It's
right
gonna
there.
it's gonna give you temporary happiness.
Yeah.
But it's gonna get right back to the main part, yourself.
That inner work.
Yeah.
Gotta do that inner work.
But I think a lot of people too are ignoring their gifts that they have in the inside of them that could be very beneficial. See, people think like to serve means you get nothing out of it.
Right.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah.
But the thing is, when you serve, when you open yourself up to serve through your gifts, whatever that is, you know, everybody's not going to be able to read tarot. Everybody's not. But we're all here to serve in a different purpose.
Right, yeah.
So when you go and walk in that, it is going to be rewarding because you're doing what you're supposed to do. And don't worry about, people try to put their ideas or control what the reward is. Just believe it to work to your benefit.
To your benefit.
That's
Exactly.
it. You know what I'm saying?
that
But be
simple.
willing to serve though.
Exactly.
Because if you notice, self-serving energy is being wiped out. And the truth is, like she said, it is no hiding. I mean, even down to the responses. I had talked about this lady responding in a Walmart parking lot about signing a petition about discrimination. And her response was, she was a white older lady. And her response was, I don't do those type of things. I pray about it. What we need is more love. I'm like, okay, lady, just go
Exactly.
ahead and say you ain't for it. Just go
Right.
ahead and say
No.
you tired of Black
Right.
Lives Matter. Just go
Exactly.
ahead and say,
That's
yeah,
what
just
you
say
wanted to
no.
say.
yeah, or just say no,
That's
not
why
at
she
this
said
time.
these kind of things.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
people true colors showing.
And I'm the type of person, I can hear what you're really saying. You know what I'm
They
saying?
show you what they really saying.
Yeah.
People think that body language is not a thing. Like, body language is just not an attitude. Body language is a whole sentence, first of all.
Yes.
So your no was a whole other sentence.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
You saw right.
I got you. Especially when you self-aware. You see it a lot more when you self-aware.
It's too visible.
It is. And it's not even like reading too deep. Like, you
Yep.
just see it. Like, somebody say something and you just be like, okay. Okay.
Man, I got a question, but I don't think it's really. I don't think I want to ask it over air. I don't think I want to ask it over here. And it's not about nobody but me. So
Right.
I don't wanna
you
ask.
worried about yourself. That's what's wrong with people. They always watching everybody else's life instead
Yeah.
of focused on their
On them.
own.
Oh,
yeah,
my God.
that is crazy.
Yeah, watch everybody else's life.
And
That was
people
a
be in
powerful
trying to
read,
read what they talk. Is she talking about one of them over there?
But you know what? That's reflection though. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime somebody says something and it resonates with you, like you said, it's you.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you.
Exactly.
It's you though.
Yeah.
Like, so take it for what it is and do what you got to do with it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm talking about you, though.
Yeah.
But people can't handle that.
They can. And they automatically
if it resonates with
about them.
If this sits with you, that don't mean it's coming from me. It's wild.
What do you think about the election?
I feel that's what I was referring to when I said the exchange of power tool. I feel that deals with majority. Just know we in for some interesting things.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm gonna probably talk about that in the Wednesday.
Okay.
But I feel all that's about to balance out. The calm. I feel we only about to probably receive like a calm period for a minute, you know, and then it's gonna transition back to clear some things up. As the saying go, God won't put nothing on you can't handle. So us as a collective, we about to go through a little calmer stage now. Then it's gonna be some more truths that come out that may be a little bit more awakening to people. And then after that, it's gonna be a lot more peaceful.
I think people need to really understand, and I know when I say these things, people brush me off, but it's a lot of things going on in the world, right? Mm-hmm. But you really have to, like, okay, for instance, have you ever had a conversation with someone and they're going on and on, they're barking about this, they're barking about that, but the truth of the matter is, or let me put an easy example, like my dad. He's always saying, this is going on, that's going on, this is going on. You need to watch the news. I don't watch the news. And I don't watch the news because the news is always going to be the same.
Always.
Someone's going to get carjacked, someone's going to get raped, someone's going to get shot, someone's going to get died, you know, it's always the same. So why do I want to put that energy into my life?
That's why I don't watch it either.
You know what I'm saying? I am very selective of the things that I pay attention to.
Absolutely.
And that I even on this internet, it's a lot of stuff I be seeing. I swipe right past. I don't have time for it.
You gotta filter through it.
Yeah,
you gotta filter through it.
But people don't understand how much control that they have. You live in a life of hell because that's what you pay attention to.
Right. Like we create our heaven on earth, so our peace is what we create here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
from the
like I watch the news or certain things only when I need to follow up on what's happening. That kind of give me a little confirmation on things that's occurring on a spiritual angle. So I was always taught, my grandma was a pastor, even in things that I didn't want to know, it just kind of informed me of the enemy also. Sometimes you need to be in the knowing to know how people are about to attack or things that are coming around in a collective in many people's lives, especially when I do like the cars or other little crystal healing. It's important to understand also what they putting out. So I check in here and there. You know, it'd be like kind of on my intuition. And then as soon as I turn it on, it'll be related to an event of something I probably felt like days before. Mm-hmm. Like when that boat, what was that happened on the river? Happened and they was sending out the SOS, all them people on that ship. I kept getting the SOS, and then when I turned on the TV, this was like last week. Yeah, it was a lot of people. Some people died. And when I turned it on, it instantly came up with the SOS, and I kept saying that's why I was getting that. But it was a few people that died on there, and I felt like that was a mark for something. Because, you know, SOS in spiritual realm means save my soul.
Right.
You know, so that's why I say it's a very important time to understand that we have to get right spiritually also, first, as above, so below, dealing with your co-creating. And understand that, I mean, everyone should be feeling this. You know, even if you're not feeling it to the extent, even if you sleep, it's different elements in people's life that are triggering them. So, some people may be a lot different this week than they were last week. You know, sometimes we don't know what people doing behind their doors, you know, doors of their home. So that's why it's also important not to be judging people too when I got to that, believing in people's dreams. Because a lot of people, they just may not be very outspoken or tell what they're doing, but they are clearly magicians here to help move this whole collective along, you know. And they may not look like how we want them to look. So I feel we got a lot of light work that deals with the light workers, people knowing, the starseed knowing they here to help this transition at this time. And you would know it because you just would have flipped over. Like, for instance, you know, you was doing this, now you on your spirit. You're like, hold on, I was just broadcasting doing comedy. You see what I'm saying? It'd be a switch.
Yeah.
You know? It'll be something that's going to wake your ass up. You can't ignore
Wake up.
You can't ignore it. It's
Wake
like
up.
when the call beckons, you got to move to that. It's like literally.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know? It's your calling.
Yeah.
But hear the call. You have to hear the call. You got to make effort too. Everybody think like when you woke, God is like, boom, you here right now. It's like, no, you got to
It's a whole
prove.
process, yeah. Definitely
Gotta work.
a process. Day to
Gotta
day.
work.
Got to bear the cross, baby.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
But all is well, I feel. We just need to continue to work out of love. And I always told you this, love always wins. You see it in the movie, the antagonist, protagonist. It's the reasons why different. Just always trust that. It's on your heart. It was written.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that when we constantly have obstacles and challenges happening throughout the day. But in moments like that, I told you, I either put on my hype music, transmute my energy, or I go outside. It may sound so simple, but the simple things work. I look up at the sky. Because I gotta constantly remind myself, like, this is not my life. You know what I mean?
You're right. Right.
And I'm co-creating right now. This is just the illusion in front of me.
Yes, you gotta, again, to my super Christians out there, it says to be in the world, not of the world. So people see these things as you know, you gotta be saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. That's not necessarily what that's saying. What it's saying is stop getting so caught up in the illusion of the world. Trust the process. Create your peace and keep it moving. And be willing to serve, because we still have to be earthly useful. We still have to be able to walk in this human body regardless of the spiritual aspect of it. So, but you got to do both is what I'm saying. Don't be sitting up there talking about I don't have time today because every day, all day, all you
You could be driving in a car, just turn the music down.
Yeah. Yeah, but you still, I mean, you know, you gotta watch your grandkids, or you know, you need to shoot somebody to the store if you can do it. Baby, I don't have time because all day, every day, you can't do nothing. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And some people, you can't have no conversation with them because they gone, man. Balance is really what I'm getting to. Balance.
Something that a lot of people struggle with, though.
Yeah, we all do. I do. Everybody does.
I really feel like with balance, all you gotta do is be present. A lot of people miss being present.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just present in that moment, Like the balance comes with it. And what you can, and then a lot of people carry a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And what you can do, and what you can't, you can't. You can't do everything.
Yeah.
And everybody be trying to do everything, like you was saying. Like, I be telling you, like when I be tell people no.
Yeah.
No hesitation either, no.
Yeah.
If you need an explanation, I might have one for you, but it might just be no.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
And like you said, when she was saying, when you don't want to do it, how it don't turn out right.
That's what happened.
I remember one time somebody asked me to bake a cake. I'm an on-demand baker. I don't like doing it for real. I mean, I enjoy it, but it's like doing it on demand makes it like taxing. So somebody would ask, and I'd be like, oh, sure. This one particular time, I did not want to do it. Okay? It was like the third one that week, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let me just get the 50. I had to bake that cake 3 times.
Dang.
I had to bake and mind you, I bake them from scratch. I had to bake that damn cake 3 times.
So you basically did it for free by the time you was
By
done.
the time I was done, when I could have just said no.
Yeah.
I could have just said no.
That's how I work.
That's crazy.
Simple. You find yourself in the craziest
Yeah,
situations
you
where you don't
sure
want to be
do,
somewhere
where you just can't be honest. Because we so worried about what somebody will say or think about us, or it make
feel like
them
you owe somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You obligated to them.
Obligation, yes, obligation.
Yep.
Find yourself in the craziest situations. Like, I just could have fucking stayed home.
Yeah.
The traps.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson.
They like certain traps that just trap us up.
I learned my lesson.
And once you in that trap,
it's like a never-ending cycle. I even started telling my family, no, that was the hardest one for me.
Yeah, the family's
the
always
family,
the hardest.
the
Like my mama and my sister.
Yeah.
I tell anybody that, like, just already
I felt so
know.
bad. I be feeling so bad.
Yeah, my mom.
I used to.
I'm not no more. I'm there now. This is new. Like,
Yeah,
I don't feel
I know
bad
what you're saying.
like all the
But
time.
you're right.
But it's just like, dang.
I do
sorry.
feel, yeah, I feel
I was
bad.
like,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
so bad.
It's crazy because I got this person that I got somebody I'm supposed to interview. You know, I'm consistent with y'all.
Yeah.
But it's not nothing. I'm not trying to be rude, dismissive of nothing. I just don't feel like I don't feel the call to do it. When my Nigerian brothers came and wanted to do that stuff, I was willing and I did it. Yeah. But anybody else after that, I don't think, kind of interviewing artists at this time, I think because my path is changing, I don't, you know what I'm saying? And you feel bad, but it's like you said, every time I think about it, something just says, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. It ain't meant to do it. Don't do it.
It's how you feel. I just asked.
Yeah.
We was talking about this the other day. And I was, because I walk in the morning. And my sister and her boyfriend walk with me now. So I asked them random questions every morning. I asked them what they're grateful for, and then I just thought like a random question. So the question was, do you make decisions based off how you think or how you feel? And they was both like, what you think? And I was like, no, you make decisions based on how you feel, because how you feel about whatever it is telling you whether to do it or not to do it.
But look how much you can't
be logical all the time. Your brain is logical. Your brain don't have feelings. Your brain calculates and does math. It does not have feelings about anything. So how you feel
is very important.
It's
to everything.
Far more important.
Yeah.
But we're taught to use more logic than emotion.
Absolutely.
Think about how men say
to be illogical.
Women are so emotional. Nothing they do is out of logic. Well, some women are overly emotional and crazy, but if you have a good woman, a lot of times her emotion might outweigh your logic. She told you.
We're not taught to do that though. You know what I'm saying? We're not taught to control it. So I think that's what the overly emotional aspect of it come from. We're not taught that that's okay. We don't need to smother. And a lot of us smother. But the feeling is what guides us. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say, you're supposed to be emotional. You are feminine. Why wouldn't you?
Don't smother and be psychotic.
Even
you definitely be crazy.
But they have the masculines thinking that if they voice concern about something regarding their feelings, that, oh, you weak. They
Yeah.
teach the kids that.
Yeah.
Stop crying. You don't supposed to do this. You don't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
It's like you have to explain to them also, because then they grow up as men, have all type of anger issues because they can never
Let it out.
Be vocal about how they felt. And then now they either in what? A bad situation. It don't matter if incarcerated, something due to anger and holding their emotions back.
Yeah. But then, I feel like black men also toggle with they don't want to be labeled as gay.
That's
my
that's
God.
why I say that comes from the conditioning, though. You gotta remember, no child born just a baby boy born just to know that.
Yeah.
They being taught that.
Exactly.
But look at the children coming. Deanna, we talked about this. Look at the children coming up now. Mm-hmm. The boys aren't how the boys were. A lot of boys was rough. They're not like that anymore. And I think it's because it's not needed. That's not what's needed at this time moving forward.
I still think there's no balance, though. I'm sorry to cut you off, but there's it went from one extreme to the next. They were so hard and masculine. Now they weak.
Yeah, I don't know
just
nothing
so
about them
fragile.
skinny pants, but what I don't know about the skinny pants.
Skinny pants either.
Yeah, and I
They
don't know.
should like them. They look like they can't breathe.
And I don't know
I'm
nothing
all
about the
with
Tekashi 6ix9ine wig.
I'm all
Fitted.
with them getting it too, but I'm not gonna say that. Just know that you still have to teach him to be a man. But like if your son fall,
It's okay for him to cry.
it's okay for him to cry or you to say, let me look at that. You okay? Okay. Let them still feel love. That don't mean you gotta baby them and say, or, oh boy, get on up. You always, my girl, don't check on him. That's what parents and people, family do.
Oh, for sure.
Supposed to do for anybody when you
A
see
girl
them.
or a boy.
It
It's
don't
love.
matter.
They're a child.
Yeah.
Everybody just try to put sexuality on everything. That's the
Yeah, they do. That's
try to
a
put
part.
sex on
We're
everything.
over
Colors.
sexualized.
on colors, on feelings,
Yes.
on places. Like, come on, bro.
Let me tell you something. Everybody
On
know
toys.
me though.
Because I hate when people
Yes.
say, don't let him play with them girl toys. Ain't no such thing as girl and boy toys. They toys.
But no, my grandbaby, my daughters, it was some toys in the basement, and he was down there yesterday, and it was like the little baby dolls and the little house and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He went over there trying to put the baby. I was like, no, baby, this Taylor's ass. She's not put it right back.
But you know what, though?
But you
That is
certain.
but that's nurturing though,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
not a lot of men that are nurturing. Like when they play with, because all boys don't play with dolls with hair.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? When they do that, for me, I just observe it, and that's a more nurturing person. Like my son, he rips arms off baby dolls. You're not nurturing, kid. I'm gonna have to teach you to get some type of.
Babe.
But that's different.
It-
all right.
But see,
That's what I'm saying.
ripping-
But there's no sympathy there.
But
Like you need a little sympathy,
But
kid. Like what is
because
this?
He knows this is not something he knows by him being a boy that boys like to tear
so
apart and build
destructive.
things back together. So
Yeah.
he's showing you that he's going to like girls. You see what I'm saying? You have to be tearing that arm off. Because when I say no, Ashton, he too. I'm like, you gotta still tell them, you know.
Yeah.
So he won't be walking around the house with that baby doll at 4, and then you like, boy, why are you carrying
got
the
this
baby
baby
doll?
doll?
I mean, cause you know,
He
here's
go Elmo or something,
Right.
or Bart. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't have an issue with the LGBTQ people. I love them dearly, but I will say that if you're saying you're straight and you're walking around with a wig like Tekashi 6ix9ine, something ain't right.
He is very interesting.
He is. He came out of jail and kind of got
He
that's
went before he
confused.
went in. He was
Yeah, he was confused.
interesting
baby.
with the hair.
And a lot of people, I had brought something up about, like you just said, walking around with these wigs or tight pants. They was telling me, when them people with free spirits, you gotta understand, I don't have nothing wrong with somebody, just doing you, putting on whatever you want, because I don't want nobody judging me. But it's a fine line.
Between that,
Exactly. You have to really be mindful of things that you like. I don't like dudes painting their nails. Okay? And I believe that a man's supposed to be with a woman. I don't discriminate against whatever other people beliefs, but that's how we keep creating.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that, and be mindful of what we set before other kids. You know, just like if the gay community, you know, don't want us saying certain things, I don't want my kids hearing certain things either. Mm-hmm. So it's a real fine line, because I can accept whoever, you know, I can accept who you are. Yeah. But I don't want no beliefs pushed on me and mine. You know what I mean?
I respect that. I just don't.
That's because I had this conversation too. That's perfectly acceptable. Like, we don't have to shove beliefs down each other's throats. Yeah. Just because we can all sit here and say something, and that could be the end of it. We don't have to discuss it unless it needs further discussion. But you feel how you feel. I'm gonna feel how I feel. You gonna feel how you feel. Yeah. And the beat goes on. Just respect my boundaries, because those are boundaries. Yeah. Because this is you standing in your truth, and you feel like this is you standing in your truth. Just about to say. And you are not saying anything disrespectful. You are just saying this is how in my world. Yeah. Because you are your own universe. In my world, this is how this is operating. That's all I'm saying. My world don't have nothing to do with yours. As long as we keep that same energy.
We good.
We good.
And that's how people can agree to disagree.
Exactly.
Humbly, okay? Exactly. Humbly. Good vibes only.
Exactly.
Like, well, nope, don't agree with that, but okay. Cool.
Well, yeah, I will say before I get off here, I think social media has taken that away from us to be able to agree to disagree. But we have reached the end of our time. And we will be back in 2 weeks. I believe we will be doing Battle of the Sexes next time. So make sure you tune in 4-ish Eastern time. Love you guys. Thank you for supporting. Make sure you check Rocky Road Media for all events, updates, content. If you want to advertise, whatever, buy some merch. Love y'all.
Peace.